On New Year's Eve, 1980, the night outside is cold and it's dry. The winter so far has been very cold, but with very little snow. I think to get this evening's program started, that what we ought to do is to record Dad's diary for the past year. It's recorded over the full year of 1980.
This is the diary for 1980. New Year's Eve was kind of a miserable night, kind of drizzly and unseasonably warm, but we had the whole crew here in and out at different times during the evening, and we made the usual New Year's Eve tape. On New Year's Day, January 1st, Ma had the whole gang down here for a sumptuous lamb dinner, and I guess everybody filled themselves to the brim, and it was good to see the whole crowd back again. January 2nd, Matt left this morning to pick up a expensive but worth it. Correction on the name of that lake. It's Lake Warramog in New Preston, Connecticut. Delightful place. November 27, Thanksgiving. Ma puts on her usual sumptuous feast. Jeff and his family are down here to enjoy it, and Bradley and his family join us later on in the afternoon. Very nice. November 28, the family installs a new wood-burning stove in the dining room. The thing seems to be working all right. One big problem is we can't get the thing approved by Ed Gidgel, some reason or other. December 4th, Gene Valier sticks a new oil burner in underneath the office. Boy, how the money's going out. This was done, however, as a result of a visit from the governor's energy office, who came up here and evaluated our heating system, and he told Dad that he thought that our neighbors should be very grateful to him, because as a result of this oil burner underneath the office, I was heating up the whole neighborhood. So now, by golly, let them freeze. December 25th, Christmas. It was the coldest Christmas on record, with the temperature reaching a high of 2 degrees below zero all day long. A lot of people, a lot of noise, a lot of presents, a lot of good food. Everybody was here but Mike and EJ. For the first time in Porsche history, Dad's car freezes up, unable to move. Yeah, this is 1980 highlights. We're going to be a few nights early because Clay has to leave tomorrow to go back to, where you going, Clay? Chicago. Back to Chicago. So, okay, Clay, let's see what you got for this year. Thanks, Dad. Well, my highlights have to begin with another successful year at work in Chicago, as far as engineering, highlighted by a good raise to the tune of 16%, and once again a good-sized bonus. We get about 16%, 6% bonus this year. It came to about $740. Merry Christmas. Also, I guess life in Chicago is going well. Learning the ways and means of the big city, and everything outside of work in the big city is going well also. And, of course, one of my highlights of the year, as always, is coming back to Oakland, to the homestead. Had a great visit again this year. It's going to have to be terminated tomorrow. I have to go back and start work again on Monday. As for some general highlights of the year, we can't forget the U.S. Olympic hockey team, can we? big win over the Russians. That was a memorable moment for a lot of sports fans. As for sports, all the Chicago teams are terrible again this year. As for 1981, one big event I'll be looking forward to is my brother Dave's wedding. They have to come back for that. I'll be around Memorial Day weekend, and I'll also be looking forward to another year of gainful employment in Chicago. And that's about it for me. Okay, Clayboy. Very good.
Just a few things we cannot leave out of the 1980 tape. The high cost of living continues to spiral upward. As of today, the cost of home heating oil was up to $1.13 a gallon. We can't forget the hostages which are still being held in Iran now after 14 plus months in captivity. Tim is back in URI and doing not too badly. Thimo is over at Mount St. Charles, and she's doing very well over there, both scholastically and athletically. We spent a lot of money this year in having a new addition put on the office, an extra room, which is both a necessity and perhaps a little bit more a luxury. It's getting harder and harder to make ends meet, but now I think it's time to turn this program over to hear what the rest of the gang have to say. Okay, here's Matt. Let's hear what he has to say in regards to the year of 1980.
Well, I'd have to say my job was the biggest thing that ever happened to me, because I lived out in California, did a lot of traveling. I'm working for a great company called Hughes Aircraft Company, started by Howard Hughes way back when. And I'll be pretty soon, a year from now, I should have already been to Europe and waiting for the next boat that'll be going to the Orient, Japan.
Boat? You don't call it things boats.
Well, about a 5,000 person aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
And
Put you in a lifeboat and turn you adrift.
this old, you can tell these ex-Navy guys because they still,
Yeah.
they still know it all. And I got to see Mike on the way out here. I drove cross country, and I think I was about the only one in the family who's done that so far. Drive from one coast to the other by yourself.
You went by yourself.
Well, I drove the whole way, but I brought my girlfriend with me. Well, I won't say any more about that. Let's see. Right now I'm living in Virginia Beach. It's about 3 miles south of Norfolk, Virginia. And right now there's about 250,000 Navy people stationed out there. The entire East Coast Navy is stationed right there. And that's where the company sent me right now. And I'm going to stop it here. I'll be going on the world's largest nuclear aircraft carrier called the USS Nimitz. It's over 3 football fields long, and it'll contain over 120 jets. And they'll be standing by. If once the president gives the word, I'll be right in the middle of everything. And Dad already said they make awful big targets.
Right.
Where are you going to jump first?
So, I think right now I'll have to turn it over to Tim.
Okay, here's Tim to give us his recollections on the year of 1980. Okay, Tim.
Well, thanks, Dad. As far as this year's gone, I've achieved most of the goals I've set for myself. First part of the year, I had a job as, industrial furnace cleaner down at Refinement, and that didn't look very promising. So I went from there to
Lasted what?
a week.
You did like that.
A day, excuse me, a day.
4 hours.
And from there I went to a job as an orderly at a nursing home, and I didn't think that was for me either. So during the next few months I spent unemployed, but I tried to do a lot of work around the house, and I had a few jobs around the neighborhood, and that kept me in money. So during the summer, I might add, I had the best tan of my life this summer.
Sure did.
I spent most of my time working around here and cleaning the field and cleaning up the yards and just trying to be helpful and keep myself in money.
Out at the pool.
Yeah, I was painting the pool.
Basking at the pool.
Yeah. And I got in very good shape, and during the winter and the spring I was taking a few courses trying to prepare myself for this fall. So, this fall I went back to college, and I didn't really know what I wanted to go for. So I just went as an arts and science undecided. And I took a few basic courses from each field. I took chemistry, German, bio.
Hear a little German.
Was machen du heute Abend?
Hey, pass.
Wie geht's es Ihnen?
Yeah.
Oh, don't!
Say Happy New Year. Can you say it in German?
I'll have to think about it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm happy to be back in college, and I appreciate a father and mother that'll send me there. And for as far as goals for 81, I expect to quit smoking, get back in shape, do better in high school. And as far as local...
High school?
I mean in college. As far as local news goes, there are 2 other people from Oakland that go to URI. It's Leo Bissett and EO, and Julius is back in the hospital. with skin grafts. I think he has skin cancer of his legs. And Lorraine Walker died, and I don't know if I had it last year, but Buffalo's mother died too. Yeah, Jenny had to go to the vets for infection of one of her metacarpals.
Intensive care unit.
She is in the cardiovascular unit at Rhode Island Hospital. I'm going to turn it back to Dad.
All right, Thimo. You all set?
Yeah.
We've heard about Tim. Now we're going to hear about you.
Okay. Let me see. This year, what did I accomplish?
Well, come on, talk up.
I'm thinking. Don't you smell the smoke?
Well, in your SATs.
Oh, yeah. On my SATs. Well, the first time I took them, I got a 550 in math, which is better than average, but it could have been better. And a 360 in English, which stinks. The second time I took them, I got a 620 in math, which is a hell of a lot better than a 550.
Watch your language.
Whoops.
Watch your language.
and in
Watch your language.
well, I just forget it. And in English, I got a 480, which is a heck of a lot better.
You get a 480?
Yeah, no, a 480.
480.
I was on the softball team this year. I don't know if I was on it last year. I don't remember, but anyway, I play second base, and I made the first team all division, which is pretty good for second base. I don't know what my batting average is, but it wasn't really too spectacular, but it was pretty good. Let's see. Oh yeah, I met Tom this year. I can't forget him. Let's see, I met Tom when softball first started, because I had to bum a ride off his sister, because I didn't have a way home, so I had to bum a ride. And so that's why I met Tom, because he went to Mount too. He doesn't go to Mount now, though. Now he goes to St. Thomas More in Connecticut. It's an all-boys school, so that way I don't have to worry. And it's about an hour away. He comes home on the weekends. I don't want to hog up too much of the tape. Let's see what else happened. In school, I'm doing pretty well. First quarter, I got mostly A's and B's. Yeah, I got all A's and B's. I don't remember how many offhand. But anyway. Oh yeah, I got 3 A's and 2 B's. Let's see, for Christmas, I did very well this year. I got a sweatsuit and the top I'm wearing right now. And I got a blazer, which I do need some nice clothes. So that was pretty good. What else I got? Some basketball sneakers. Let's see. Well, that's about it. No, I did get a lot more, but I can't really remember. A pen, some perfume, some stationery, but that's all trivial. Yeah, I just did.
All done?
Yeah, I think I'm all done now. Happy New Year to everybody.
All right. Mummy do yet. All set, Mummy?
All right.
Okay. Here we are. Make sure everything's running all right.
I don't know much about it.
Is this on, Ern?
Well, you just turn it off.
All right. On pre-New Year's Day, rather, we are continuing with the traditional recording of the family history, family events. I would like to say that this has been the happiest Christmas that I can remember, with 2 exceptions, that Michael Lawrence was not with us, and EJ in Germany. However, I really thought that it was a very loving, caring family. Everyone went out to buy gifts for their brothers and sisters and their mother and father, and the little kids behaved very well. And for the first time ever that I can remember, and I think that Dad can remember, we have had 2 affluent sons who took us on Christmas Eve down to Gussie's and picked up the entire tab, including Mom, Dad, and Timmy, and JP, and Kimberly.
Three figures.
It was a huge bill, but they gladly did it, and they can certainly afford it. Anyway, it was then the day after, the Saturday after Christmas, before Clayton left, the boys, I told them if they want seafood, they can buy all they want. I'll cook it, as long as they brought it. And we had a fabulous meal comprised of oysters, raw oysters, shrimp cocktail, 2 pressure cookers of steamers, and 7 lobsters that I think Matt said was one of the nicest seafood dinners he's had in a long time. And I think possibly they spent more on the beer than they did on the seafood, but it was very good. And the cook was for free. Looking over the past year,
You're not chairman.
I am chairman now. Looking past over the past year, as Ernie mentioned in the daily tape, we did have quite a problem with the school committee versus certain high-pressure groups last February. And at that point, my blood pressure really, for the first time in my life, went very high, and I was extremely upset. And I decided I would not run for re-election. However, with many people, including Trigger Mainville and town council people and Louis Blyway and other people urging me to run, I decided in April that I would run for re-election. It was gratifying to me to receive the highest vote among all school committee candidates, and actually it was the 3rd highest of any local candidates in the town. And then I was elected chairman of the school committee, which is a role I would prefer not to have, but I decide I have to have it. I think at this time I'll turn it over to Dad because he's yawning. We have a guest here, Robert, who's going to say a few words.
My name is Robert Crook, otherwise known as Bob, or Richard's brother.
Sometimes Richard, too.
Also Richard, yes.
Tell me you're identical twins.
Well, that's why we're always confused, because we are.
Tell me
Who's older?
Yes, Richard is older by 2 minutes.
say you are identical twins.
Yeah, okay, we are supposedly identical twins. I don't know if we are. I don't think we are. Not identical as far as getting very technical about it, but
You have a beard now. Tell me. See, they can't hear me.
well, that's not the physical difference between us. I don't think just facial appearance. There's other things. It goes into genetics, and it's kind of strange. I think it's just my observations of myself and my brother. Anyway, that's why people are confused, because we do look so much alike.
Would you say on that you're a surrogate for my adopted son, Richard? Your presence here tonight.
A what?
Surrogate.
A surrogate of your adopted son, Richard.
Yeah. Standing in for
Oh, okay, that's true. I am standing in. He would usually be here, but he's attending to business on the slopes of some secluded place. Well, I don't know. Matt, any suggestions?
What are your plans for next year?
Well, I'm in school presently. I'll continue that course until I finish my degree. Oh, getting a signal here from the Big E.
No signal. I'm reaching for a lighter.
Oh, okay. Well, a few years ago I was kind of undecided on what I want to do, but I finally found a course in school that I think I like, and I think I'll stick with it. maybe get another degree after that to complement it, like a business degree. And we'll see. We'll go from there.
New motorcycle.
My new motorcycle. It's a big secret. Not that many people know about it. I don't think I should discuss it on here. Yes. Yeah, it shouldn't be told. So I'll bring it back to the man who knows the show.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, here's JP now to add his 2 cents worth. And okay, Jay.
Well, about around February 15th or so, had an opportunity to go out to Las Vegas and pick up my residence out in Las Vegas with Mike. So February 18th, I quit school. February 22nd, I flew out to Las Vegas. I went out to Matt's house a lot out in California. We always went someplace. I went to Griffith Observatory out there. Yep. Could see the Hollywood signs and everything out in Beverly Hills, and saw many Rolls Royces and Porsches were as numerous as Datsuns now out there. See, June 3rd and 4th, I took my high school equivalency test and passed. I've been going to school out there. July 3rd, me and Matt flew home. August 25th, I started working at Bruins Plastics in Glendale. And from the money I got from working there, I bought a receiver, Pioneer SX 780, for $200. I bought SB L70 speakers for $160 a pair, and I bought a turntable and an 8-track player off of Dave.
What's the grand total there?
November 7th, I went to Talking Heads concert. Same day I was laid off by Bruins Plastics. Let's see, December 25th, I got a punching bag for Christmas, electric blanket, a lot of other good stuff. Yep. Around December 7th, me, Dave, and Tim organized our own football team, which represented Oakland. And we got Bob Yagensack to play, Tim's friend, Nurse, Gary Lee, some other, how
much work it is.
Okay, I was a quarterback for most of that first game. We won 5-1. We played against Bridgeton, not Bridgeton. We played against Pasco at Bridgeton. Some of the members of the Pasco football team are members of the Pasco Fire Department, so it's a whistle during the game. We got to call it quits. So fire whistle, that is. December 14th, I quarterbacked nearly the entire game, and we beat Pasco 4-3. We had another quarterback, December 28th, which was Bill Mandigo. Got Buffalo, John Landry, to play. And now other people. And we got our first shutout, 5-0. And oh yeah. I played right end. Is that what we call it, Tim? Right end. John Landry was right tackle. Tim was nose guard, right? Gary Lee played left tackle, and Frank played left tackle, and Gary Lee played left end. Yeah. Dave was what, cornerback?
Cornerback. It's all about new car.
Yeah, we need it all. Go ahead.
Well, Matt will talk about the new car he got.
How'd you like it? Tell me how you like it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good, nice car.
From Las
Yep. Name of our team is Oakland Opium. That's the name of our football team. It used to be Oakland Oysters, but no one agreed on it, so we changed it. That's all I could say for 1980. I think 1981 will be a very happy year, and Happy New Year.
Okay, now it's time to hear from Dave. Okay, Dave, take it over.
Well, Happy New Year, everybody. It's New Year's Eve, 1979.
What are you talking about?
1980.
79. You're 2 years behindhand.
Getting too used to hearing the old tapes.
1980, you mean?
Well, I enrolled in a degree program this year at Bryant College. I completed 5 courses in night school. I should be getting a degree in a couple of years. I was promoted at my job. I'm up to $5 an hour now.
You're the boss.
Yeah, I'm practically taking over the place. They got my own keys to the place, and hopefully this experience someday will land me a better job. I got a lot of nice presents for Christmas. Other than that, not much else has happened this year.
You got engaged, didn't you?
Yeah, I got engaged this past Christmas. Be married next May 23rd. I'd just like to wish everybody a Happy New Year. And hope to many happy more years to come. Turn it back over to Dad.
Okay. What? Okay. It's my job to introduce our next daughter-in-law, Miss Patty Dingus. Right? Did I do it right?
Yeah, you did it right.
Okay.
You did it wrong.
I did it wrong.
Say it's my privilege.
My privilege. All right. Okay. It's all yours.
I'd just like to wish the Smith family a Happy New Year.
Oh, come on.
That's all.
A long speech.
No.
Oh, you got a long speech. Okay, here's Nancy. She's going to say a few words on this memorable evening. Come on.
I don't know what to say.
Oh, I was going to say something. You're on the air.
Oh, I don't know what to say.
Christmas.
Yeah, we had a very nice Christmas.
Kids in health.
The kids are all doing fine. Christine will be 13 in March. Teddy just turned 10 in November, and Brian turned 10 in October. And Timmy